With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Ready to get us started, the Aussie punter and kickoff man, Michael Dixon. And we are underway here on EA Sports. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd and 7, Rodgers escaping the pressure right. And the defense loses it. It's complete. Touchdown, Vikings. And Quan Bolden, 66 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Check, ready. Hey, hold on. Hey, take. Check Michael out. Check Michael.
On 1st and 10, it's Griffin. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Credit the sack to Von Miller. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
After the sack on 1st down, Griffin. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you.
Looking for the tight end, Olsen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. 2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point try good by Gano. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
On second down, here's Miller. Room here to run. Lamar Miller. Touchdown, Cardinals. Lamar Miller, 58 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is fielded at the goal line. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 23-yard line.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. On play action, Rodgers. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. First down, here's a run with Peterson. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Rodgers to throw. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them. It's caught inside the 25. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Back to the ground, Peterson. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now Rodgers on the bootleg. Flushed out right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
This time, the extra point up and good. And that will tie things up at 13. All square now at 13 all as he sends this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That was Jordan Poyer, the safety, in for the sack. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. He lets it fly for Lockett. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 57 yards. 7 consonants, 1 vowel. Here's Juszczyk. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. On 2nd and 12, Rodgers looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Lamar Miller. And some room to maneuver. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run with Miller. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On 2nd and 9, Griffin. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack.
You and I both know we're into a whole new realm of football because we're not just looking at tendencies anymore. We're looking at analytics, and I've got to think the analytics on 3rd and 1 say run the football.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. He'll return it from the 6. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, just string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. And it's 2nd down. Here's Rodgers to throw again. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, and they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. To throw is RG3. James has got it. Complete. Now the Cardinals going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. On 1st down, Griffin. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Trying to go back to Watkins, but it's going to be 2nd down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Throwing again. Griffin. Looking again for Watkins, and this time that's complete. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. 2nd down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. To throw again is Griffin. And James has it. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. Fielded about a yard deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. On second down now, it's James. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That goes for 14 yards, first down Cardinals.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On the ground, it's James. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A gain of 10, first down Arizona. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
On first down, James. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Now they'll throw it with Griffin. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 17-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll run on first down. It's James. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They'll keep it on the ground. It's James, and he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the third quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals push further out in front. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Zerline good with a PAT, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Airing one out for Boyd. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Tyler Boyd. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Gano the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, Griffin. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as he'll wind up going backwards. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. Oh, what a move. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Rodgers now to throw. It's caught. Lockett. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a 1st down to boot. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Flush to his right. He'll run it, and here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. Here's a screen to Powell. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Fielded about a yard deep. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down,
Caused all of it.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Now a throw left sideline here is complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Now Griffin. Open here, Adam Thielen. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. From the red zone now, here's Griffin on first down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
On second down, it's Miller. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On third down, to James. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Fourth down, here's RG3, and that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here's Peterson as they begin on the ground. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Rodgers to throw. He completes it to Boyd. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Rodgers throwing here. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Now Rodgers. And Ingram hauls it in.
Yeah. Growing up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage.
You said something about a pig.
I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be black.